Hi, this is Lindsay with Bisque Imports. We're going to be painting this Big Squatty Gourd today using Mako glazes. The item number for this awesome pumpkin is 2159. Okay, so we're going to be using Mako Elements glazes. This is EL143 cactus flower. And I'll do this. And then we're also going to be using Stroke and Coat SC39 Army Surplus. Also going to be using SC41 Brown Cow. And SC14 Java Bean. Okay, for brushes, gonna need a medium or large size fan brush. Also a liner brush, whatever size you want to use. And then a medium or small square brush or angled brush. Either one works. And then we're also gonna be using a toothbrush, but not for your teeth. Gonna start off with using a liner brush, and we're gonna go ahead and open the cactus flower. Okay, so first what we're gonna do is I like to take a liner brush and just kind of outline around the stem just to make it easier when we're gonna paint the pumpkin in. And I do about 2 coats, just outlining the edge of the stem. Okay, so now that the edge of the stem is painted, you can go ahead and paint the entire pumpkin with 2 to 3 coats of the cactus flower using the fan brush. And it helps to make sure to paint in your brush strokes in the same direction, so that way it just looks a lot better whenever it's fired. It makes the elements glazes look pretty cool. So. All right, so go ahead and get a good amount on the fan brush here. Gonna go up and down. Gonna go around and get most of the top right now, and then go back and get the bottom part. This is always a fun piece for studios around this time of year because it's pumpkin season. Gotta have pumpkin everything, pumpkin spice everything. And these pumpkins are really cool, the Squatty Gourds that come from BI, because they look a lot like heirloom pumpkins, which are super trendy right now. So people go crazy over them. I know I already went and got a whole bunch of heirloom pumpkins for my front porch this year. And then this one we get to keep forever. So the next thing that we are gonna do is work on the stem. So we're gonna do 2 base coats of the Brown Cow SC41. So like I did with the Elements glaze, I'm actually gonna outline around the little meeting edge here on the stem first with a liner brush. And then we'll go in and put the 2 coats of the Brown Cow with the square or angled brush. Base coats on here with the Brown Cow. Also helps to kind of paint in the direction of how the stem is on here. Just kind of helps with how it grows. All right, going on the second coat on the stem. This with quickly, because while this is still wet, we'll add some of the accent marks with the other colors. Okay, so now you can use the SC14, the Java bean, and then the Army Surplus, the SC39, and gonna kind of add some accent marks on here. All right, so we're gonna use the liner brush for this. So what you do is, I'm gonna move this, is kind of go along with the natural grooves that are in the bisque, and it just kind of helps just to add some almost sort of like wood grain marks. Just kind of think about how a real pumpkin stem is. There's, you know, different grooves, different colors, kind of gives it some depth and some texture. Quick little lines, doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of go in like a circular motion here on the end of the stem. All right, and then you don't even have to clean your brush off. I just go get some green, kind of blend some green in there, here and there. Add as much as or as little as you like. Alright, so now we get to the messy fun part. So we're going to use a toothbrush, not for your teeth. Wouldn't taste very good with that glaze on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some splatter speckly things. Kind of get an example of this again. So that's where all this came from. Some of the streaky marks are from the Elements glaze, but a lot of the speckly marks are from the toothbrush. So I'll get a kind of look at that again. All right. Okay, so what you're gonna wanna do is make sure you're in an area where it's okay to get splattered. Don't be like me and get splatter all over the computer and then your husband get mad at you. Okay, so we're gonna get a good amount of paint on the toothbrush. So kind of like a blob of toothpaste, I guess. And this is actually using the SC14 Java bean. So it's the darker brown color that we're gonna use for the splatter. So we're gonna get a good amount on there. Then we're gonna kind of hold it like this and then take your thumb and you just kind of rub against the bristles and then the splatter is gonna get around here. So on that, I did mostly around the top area, but you can do the whole pumpkin if you want to, or wherever you want splatter to go. All right. So even though this is black, you can definitely see where the splatter is on here. You can even get a lot of paint on there and kind of flick the whole paintbrush back like that and then get big splatters on there if you want. I'm gonna stick with little splatter. You don't have to do this, but I just do this because it just makes it look nice and clean. Don't see the brush marks from where you painted and have that bisque, bare bisque on the bottom. At least 2 coats on the bottom. All right, so after this is fired, it will look like this. Let me kind of scoot this over. So you see the different colors in the stem, gives it some texture, and then the cool splatter and just the awesome color and texture from the Mako Elements glazes. All right, so we did use on this, we used the EL 143, the cactus flower. That's for the main part of the pumpkin. For the splatter on the pumpkin, we used SC14 Java bean. And then on the stem, we did a combo of the SC41 brown cow as kind of like a base layer, 2 coats of that. And then we used the SC14 Java bean and SC39 Army Surplus, just kind of adding some wood grain kind of texture for the stem on top of that. Oh, and paintbrushes. Let me clean this off. So you do need a fan brush for this, a medium or large size fan brush. Sorry, that's kind of dirty. And then a good liner brush, a small, medium angled brush or square brush, and then you do need a good old toothbrush for that splattering. So, yeah. All right, so that's it, everybody. I hope that you like it, and I hope you have a happy fall. Thanks.